Very good afternoon, dear students. Today we are starting a new system, endocrine system. Endocrine system, normally human body have a two type of the control system. One is a nervous system which controlled very faster rate and directly it can control the human body. And other system which can control the human body is endocrine system, which is controlling the body indirectly and in a slower way. So what is endocrine system we will learn today. Endocrine system is a system in which there is a some secreting cells secrete some chemical products which can go in the blood and go to the target cell. The target cell may be at different place, and these secreting cells are ductless secreting cells. So they are secreting some chemical substance which will go in the blood and reaching to the target cells and show the effect and control the body system by the other different mechanism. So what are these chemical substance? These are the hormones. So hormone is derived from a Greek word that means to execute or to arouse. And what is the definition of hormone? Hormones are secretory products of the ductless gland which are released in catalytic amounts into the blood stream and transported to specific target cells where they elicit the physiological, morphological, and biochemical response. There are different types of the glands present in our body. There are number one, hypothalamus here, pituitary gland, anterior pituitary, posterior pituitary, and middle pituitary also. Then thyroid gland, then parathyroid, then adrenal glands at the above part of the kidney, thymus, pancreas, ovary, testes, and even kidney is an endocrine organ, and uterus. These are the endocrine glands. Hormones travel by the bloodstream to target cells. The endocrine system broadcasts its hormonal message to essentially all cells by the secretion into the blood and extracellular fluid. Like a radio broadcast, it requires a receiver to get the message. In the case of endocrine message, cell must be a receptor for the hormone being broadcast in order to respond. That means endocrine system which having a one broadcaster and another is a receiving end, and receiving head having a specific type of the part or attachment area that we call receptors. So the chemical substance releasing from the broadcast reaching to the target cell and attached to the receptors and changes some modifications which will cause the biochemical, physiological and morphological changes in that particular organ. So that is the hormone how travel. First we should know what are the classification of the hormones. We can classify the hormone by three ways. One is based on type of this signaling, and other based on the chemical nature, and next is based on mechanism of the action. So first we will discuss based on the type of signaling. There are hormones can be endocrinal hormones, paracrine hormones, autocrine hormones, and neurocrine hormones. Endocrine hormones, the hormones travel through the blood to act at the distance from the secreting cells or gland. Endocrine hormones are hormones which travel through a distance through the blood. Paracrine hormones are the hormones act on cell near the secreting cells. Autocrine hormones are hormones acting on secreting cells itself. See, if there is a hormone releasing from this cell through the blood, it will go and act on other cell, that we call endocrine hormones. One cell releasing this chemical substance and act on nearby cells, that hormone we call paracrine hormones. And hormones releasing from this cell only and acting on this cell called autocrine hormones. Here you can see in clear way that one A cell releasing the hormone traveling through the blood and acting on B cell. That hormones are endocrine hormones. Neurocrine hormones, the A cell of the neuronal A cell secreting the hormone, and through axon, through blood, it reaching to the B. That hormones we call neurocrine hormones. While the paracrine, nearby cells, and autocrine on the same cells. Next is based on chemical nature. So there is a amines or amino acid derivatives hormones. They are thyroxine, catecholamine like epinephrine, nephrin, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. There are two amino acid derivatives hormone. Second one is a protein hormone or polypeptide hormone, peptide hormone. These are the short chain peptide hormones are of pituitary, posterior pituitary hormones, and long chain polypeptide hormones are insulin and glucagon, or mainly the anterior pituitary hormones. Next is the steroid hormones. These are glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids, sex steroids, and vitamin D hormones. So they are classified on the chemical nature of the amino hormones are of a two group derived from amino acids, tyrosine, thyroid hormone groups, and catecholamine hormone group. Two other amino acids are used for synthesis of hormones are tryptophan and glutamic acid. Other one are peptide hormones. They are range from 3 to 100 amino acid in size, often produced as a larger molecular weight precursor that are proteolically cleaved to active form of the hormone. Peptide hormones or protein hormones are water soluble, comprises the largest number of the hormone, perhaps in thousands, are coded by a specific gene which is transcribed into the mRNA and translated into a protein precursor called pre-prohormones. Hormones से भी पहला pre-prohormones. Pre-prohormones are often translationally modified in the endoplasmic reticulum to contain carbohydrate glycosylation. Prohormone then is processed into the active hormone and packaged into the secretory vessels in Golgi body. You can see here there is a DNA ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के बाद प्री एमआरएनए बनेगा, फिर देन पोस्ट ट्रांसक्रिप्शनल प्रोसेसिंग के बाद एमआरएनए, देन it causing the translation process, protein will be formed, pre-protein that we call pre-prohormones, then modified, then it will be a protein or prohormones, then it will in biologically action में आएगा तो hormonal changes. So here you can say system of the endoplasmic reticulum pre-prohormones, then it is secreting cells prohormone, and mature hormone is and it gets secreted. So these are the peptide hormone synthesis. Steroid hormones are derived from the cholesterol and differ only in the ring structure and side chains attached to it. Hormones are lipid soluble, while the peptide hormones are water soluble. Types of steroid hormone, they are glucocorticoids. Cortisol is a major representative of the most mammals in glucocorticoids. Mineralocorticoids are aldosterone is being most prominent hormone, steroid hormone. Androgens are testosterone, estrogen is estradiol and estrogen. Progesterone is also known as a progestin, such as a progesterone hormone. So these are the group of the steroid hormones: glucocorticoid, mineralocorticoid, androgens, estrogens and progesterones. Steroid hormone synthesis, they all are derived from the same compound, cholesterol. Enzymes which produce steroid hormone from the cholesterols are located in mitochondria and smooth muscle cell, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, are not packed and synthesized and immediately released. These are the steroid hormones are synthesized and immediately released. Steroids are lipid soluble, thus they freely permeable to the membrane. So are not stored in the cell. They are not stored in the cell because they can freely permeable. Steroid hormones are not water soluble, so have to carry in the blood complex to specific binding globulins. Corticosteroids binding globulins are cortisol, carries cortisol. Sex steroid binding globulins carries testosterone and estradiol. In some cases, a steroid is secreted by the one cell, is converted to active steroid by the target cell, such as androgen, which is secreted by the gonads, converted into the estrogen in the brain. And next is the steroidal hormone is the vitamin D3 is a steroidal hormone. Is also derived from the cholesterol and is lipid soluble. Not a really a vitamin, it can be synthesized de novo and act as a true hormone. And next is a based on the mechanism of action. The group 1 hormones bind to intracellular receptors like steroid and thyroid hormone, and group 2 hormone receptors act on membrane and involve the second messenger. They are further divided into the groups. What are the main principal function of the endocrine system? They maintain the internal environment or homeostasis, the regulation of the body, total body metabolism, control of the energy production, utilization, and storage of the body. They integrate and regulation of growth and development. Several hormones are having a role in growth and development. They control and maintenance of the sexual reproduction, including gametogenesis, fertilization, fetal growth and development, and nourishment of the newborns. These are the primary function of the endocrine system. Its body response to environmental stimuli is also an endocrine function. How regulation of secretion of hormones occur? Sensing through the sensing and signaling. That means a biological need is sensed. The endocrine system sends out a signal to a target cell whose action addresses the biological need. Key feature of the stimuli response systems are receipt of stimuli. On very first, there is a receiving of the stimuli. There is a stimuli for the secretion of the hormone. Then synthesis and secretion of the hormone in that particular endocrine cell or endocrine glands. Delivery of the hormone to the target cell, evoking the target cell response, and then degradation of the hormone. So here you can say there is a signaling or stimulation, then there is signaling and stimulation, then biosynthesis at the endocrine cells, then storage and release, then action, and there is a feedback mechanism, then degradation of the hormone. What is the feedback control? There is a 2-3 types of the feedback control. One is a negative feedback control and other is a positive feedback control. Negative feedback control is most common. When blood concentration of the concerned hormone or its effect is inhibits the further secretion of that particular hormone, that condition we call negative feedback mechanism. Here you can say the initial stimulation, response, secretion of the hormone, then decrease the stimulation and there is a decreased secretion of the hormone. That is a negative feedback mechanism. LH, example, LH from the pituitary stimulus the testis to produce testosterone, which is turn feedback back and inhibit the LH secretion. Testosterone का level बढ़ेगा तो LH का secretion कम हो जाएगा. Here we can say the hormone feedback control, starting from hypothalamus, then hypophysiotropic hormones, then anti-pituitary gland, then trophic hormones, then target cell, then target gland hormone, and feedback mechanism. So any hormone secreting from the hypothalamus, if the uh, hormone secretion is increased, then they send some inhibitory chemicals to stop that particular hormone secretion. So this is the feedback mechanism. Substrate hormone feedback mechanism or control. When there is a rise in blood glucose level, then the increased insulin secretion occur. If the glucose level is increased, then insulin secretion is decreased. Positive feedback is less common. Example, LH stimulation of the estrogen which stimulate LH surge at ovulation. Where the neural control act to evoke or suppress hormone response secretion in response to internal or external stimuli. Neural inputs to hypothalamus stimulate synthesis and secretion of releasing factor which stimulate pituitary hormone production and release. Thank you, dear students.